Alright, boys, welcome to today's trade recap. It's 5th of October 2025. So, I'm gonna go over today's market. I'm gonna show what I did right and what I did wrong. So, firstly, one second. Yeah, so, firstly, what happened is I missed the easiest longs of my life because if you see, this was 9:30 market open. um, yeah, this is the 9:30 market open. If I go on the 4 hourly, this was I marked all of this way before. If I draw my Fibonacci all the way down here, we perfectly came back in the 50%, and on the 4 hour we were just ranging, and we had this, sorry, one second, yeah, we had this hourly bearish, sorry, 4 hourly bearish gap. So I was just waiting, but I had a lot of conviction in this because after we opened, we dumped, right? Let me show you. This was open, we dumped, and what did we do? We had an SMT. See, 8 lows. I think we had an SMT with these lows. 8 am, right? Let me show you. See, 8 am lows. We had an SMT, and when I go in NQ, after we are in this SMT, we had this SMT. I scaled down to the lower time frames. 1 second. Um, the fuck? Wait. Am I tripping? And let me just get rid of this. Okay. So if we hop on the 5 minute, we see all of these lows we have been taken. And let me just stop the music, bro. It's kind of annoying me. And let me show you where did I go wrong and where was I right. So basically what happened is I missed my easiest longs because at 9:30 open I was not watching the charts. I was, but I was not in the position to take a trade. We pumped, we inversed this fair value gap, right? We inversed this fair value gap and also gave our change. We got a change in state. Actually, I would have entered here and kept my stops below these lows, targeted some kind of liquidity around here, right? That was my first entry, and my second entry would have been if I was on the charts. Maybe this was an SMT. Let me double check. Wait a minute. Yeah, this was an SMT. So, oops, 936 lows, right? 936 lows were taken as well as 942. 936 and 942. See, yeah, 936 lows. These are not taken here. Well, 942 does not play, but we had another SMT here as well as the inversion right here. We got a beautiful inversion. Just enter longs off of this, stops below this SMT. The trade will only go wrong if the SMT is invalidated. So targeting break even at these highs and targeting any external draws. Maybe these highs or these highs. You get the point, right? Yeah, these highs were a very good target because it's near the fair value gap. So it straight ran to the TP, just ran. Holy bro, we missed a generational longs. How many points was this? 150 points. Damn, almost 160 points. Okay, but I'm beating myself. I'm beating myself for it that I missed this, and I want to take a trade. I want to take a trade, and that's where I fucked up. Okay, you see this job? Yeah, I took a trade in this job. Damn, but it's okay. Mistakes do happen. I just have to lock in and just have to lock in with my trading because all of these days the government was shut down, so I wasn't really bothered with trading. But right now I think market is giving good setups, so I must lock in a little more. Yeah, let me show you where I took my L. Okay, so first of all, we inverse this gap here. We had an SMT at these highs. Sorry, when I was taking the trade, we had an SMT at these highs. We tapped back into this fair value gap. I entered around here. The only reason I think this trade did not play out is I did not wait for the correct time because it was not the second macro yet. I entered this trade too prematurely and I got stopped out. I ended somewhere around here. My stops were very tight. My stops were around here. I entered around here. I got stopped out. My TPs were here around because if we aggressively push around with these lows, I would have gone break even and just let it ride here because when we aggressively push down here, then 100% is going to it will go for my TP. I can't say 100%, but there is a very high probability that it would go down to my TPs. I need to rephrase how I speak. I'm making very unprofitable decisions and very unprofitable what do you call statements. So I entered there. I got stopped. I was so frustrated. Then after the second macro, what I did, we did not have any inversion. All we had was a change, and we came back up. I saw the simple impulse cancel. What the fuck? Not cancel. Candle, and I entered a short here. I don't know why I took this trade. This was very dumb trade. I'm not using my model to its fullest. I don't know. I was targeting these lows. I'm not using my model to the fullest. I'm telling you, I'm not using it because if I use my model to the fullest, I'm gonna have a very high win rate. So I'm just screwing myself over and over again with taking this stupid and dumb trades. So from tomorrow I'm gonna lock in. I'm not gonna check any Discord. I'm not gonna check anything. I'm gonna lock myself out until I pass this account because I was up 1500. I lost 500 in 2 days. 357. Let me do 120 yesterday. 335 today. 456, almost 456, almost 500, almost what I made. I can make this much if I stay disciplined. Let me show you. In October, I bought the account around on Monday. I did not take a trade on Monday. I did not take a trade on Tuesday. I did not take a trade on Wednesday. The only day I took a trade was on Thursday, and I took a $1,400 trade. It was a very good setup. It was almost an A setup. I wouldn't say an A plus setup, I even journal that trade on my YouTube. If you all see. Oh, fuck. My bad. Let me show you all. Yeah. So I even uploaded the trade recap on my YouTube. Um, yeah, bro. I really fucked up. I can't say, but it's okay. Even fuck ups happen in trading. That's a part of the journey. I'm gonna take it as a part of the journey. I'm not gonna speak anything negative with myself. The more negative I speak, the more likely it's gonna affect my trading. So I'm just gonna trade this like a business. Also, I must say. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my trade recap. I logged out myself. That is really good. I have a trade limit, a two trade limit. The maximum trades per day I can do is two trades. When I take two, oh my god, I can't speak, bro. What the fuck? Okay. The oh my, why can't I speak? Okay. The maximum trades per day I can take is two trades, and when I take two trades, my account automatically gets locked out because that's a very strict rule I have kept on myself. For the reason why I did this is last time when I had my funded account, I blew it by over trading. Yeah, y'all, most of y'all might not know it, but I blew my funded by over trading. I remember it. So this lockout feature is really gonna help me when I get funded again. Hopefully, must just drop my ego and trade like a disciplined guy. And this makes me have more ego. I don't know why. Let me show you. Yeah, you see. No, I got my blew my account. Blew my account just because of forward trading. So yeah, man. I'm gonna this that was the market recap for today. So I'm gonna try to stay more patient from tomorrow, and yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more things to do other than trading because it's so late at night. It really fucks up my psychology because all I would do is trade, and if I don't get a good trade, if I don't take a trade, I must just sleep. That's a hard part. I can't sleep, so I must deal with it. Alright, boys. I think that's it for the video. It's 30 minutes long. See ya. It's the market recap for me today. And oh, did I mention the bias? Fuck it. You all know the bias. Haha. Alright, it was not funny, but yeah, bro. See y'all, boys. I'm gonna make better trade recaps once I'm in a better situation. Um, that's it for today's video. See y'all. Peace.